body my go. I just want to have fun. I know I want it too much. I know I want it too much. I know they got my phone. Me and my guys they on side. If you hate it, no be my fault.
Shout out to
Top of the morning. It is the morning, and today I am holding it down. Welcome to Bogart Breakfast Show. Coming in live from nationwide on all Bogartman stores, and of course on the app we are present. You can also find us on YouTube and on Facebook. It is midweek, and we want to say goodbye to a terrible start, or maybe a shaky start, or maybe you had a great start. But we want to ease you in and want to let you know that the week ahead and the rest of the week is going to be great. I am your pilot, holding it down for Ronnie J. Drizzy. It is Ayando Makayo Khatibum Tim Kulma Shabato Shabatelinko Monempondo Zai. Chot, like a man, Shuna Kue, Chotubeko. How you ladies doing?
We're good.
Thank you.
You good? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we do have a jam-packed show for you today. Of course, we do not start the show without getting the pearls of wisdom with a Bogart man once said. After that, we do unpack the myths, the mysteries that you grew up knowing with what you thought you knew. And then in our news, we unpack how the minister told the youth that the government won't create jobs. Imagine.
Oh, son.
And also we unpack one of the biggest shows currently on air right now called The Polygamist. And we speak about how it sparks conversation beyond just polygamy. Mm-hmm. Of course, we also do have our favorite segment, Why So Deep? And we unpack Stevie Wonder's lyrics and his music. And last but not least, the topic of the day. Does outgrowing your friends automatically mean there's beef? Oh, what a show we've got ahead. For now, kick back, vulana ma laptop, start your morning, get your coffee ready. It's about to be a jam-packed show. Well, for now, good morning.
When the city's asleep, before the grind gets going.
Cheers, bro. Thanks, mama.
We already moving. Flipping switches, turning rooms into world stages. We don't crack under pressure. We crush it. We lock in and dial out what we must. From beats on stage in the spotlight to face beats in the close-up.
And there we go, guys.
Ooh, I like that.
Making every shot count. Cause the 9 to 5 is just the start. Numaganjani. We move. We level up. When the beat drops, we get up. Namaje. Cause when the get up meets the go, anything is possible.
Let us know where you are. Send us your location. Send us your location. Let us know on the app where you're listening from. Maybe your morning is going great. Maybe you've got something to share. Maybe something happened. Or maybe you dreamt of something new, you know? Maybe your dreams were amazing last night. Please do let us know. Send us your location. Tell us where you're listening from. Well, let's get straight into it. Today's Pearls of Wisdom. Ish, guys, it's a bit of a tongue twister, ne? But a Bogartman once said, things turn out best for the people who make the best out of the way things turn out.
That makes
Let me
sense.
repeat
That
that.
makes sense.
Things turn out best for the people who make the best out of the way things turn out. And the reason why I really want to share this is because I think a lot of people have been going through a lot of things lately, and we tend to always focus on the negative.
Yes.
We tend to always focus on how, what we didn't do right, what this means for me, and we end up self-inflicting pain and doubting ourselves, saying I'm not good enough. Maybe something turned out this way because it was just not meant for me. But I always say, I think if you put your mind to it, and you have a positive mind, and you take the positives out of any situation you are in, you're bound to come out on top.
I fully agree with you. That L is not for loss, but for lesson.
Yes, yes. I totally agree. I was driving back yesterday, so I spent my youth day on the road from the Eastern Cape.
Scary mama, scared for every. Do you know that video by Bobo Bell? Oh, son, I'm gonna send it to you guys. It's so
Please
funny.
do share. No, I spent my New Year's on the road, right? And this guy that I was driving with, older chap, and he was expressing how he believes in the power of word of mouth, and the power of the tongue, and he said for the longest time he was a very, very aggressive person. And he would, anything that ticks him off, he would turn to violence and all that kind of stuff. And he says it literally took him praying or speaking to whoever believes in, and literally asking them, like, please remove this anger from me. Like, I know it's to my own detriment. It's caused a lot of issues. And he says from that day onwards, he's been able to stop himself in moments of anger. And he'd be like, listen, this is what you prayed for. So if you want to see change, if you want to see action, act on it. Like, don't just pray and expect God to change things for you, right?
100%.
And that hit me. It was like, it's so interesting how he decided to focus on the positives out of the negative situations that he's been on. And really that just put my motivation to. So I want to say to you guys, maybe you've had a rocky start to the week. Maybe you've had challenges, Maybe you didn't meet the deadline or a proposal that you are supposed to do,
A missed opportunity.
A missed opportunity. Focus on the positives. Let your threats become opportunities, and let your weaknesses become your strengths. Raza.
My mind is blown, sorry.
Yeah. Mine
I love
too.
it. Yes.
Mine too.
What's up?
I want you to tell me, like, what are the things that we thought we knew, but we don't know, but we thought we knew.
Yeah.
Chantal is tired of me.
I'm tired of Firoza. I'm tired of Firoza because she's stressing us out, Like, girl,
So,
no.
when you think of a chameleon, what's the first thing you think of?
Changing colors.
Like, dealing. I think of someone who can alter regardless of his environment or situation he's in, just like change and fit in and adapt. Yeah.
I love that.
I think that's a cool superpower. It really is a cool superpower. Imagine if you could, imagine if you could change into anything.
I'd be in the bank, Sana. They won't know me, but they'll know me.
They'll know you.
They'll know.
So the reason I'm asking about chameleons in today's What You Thought You Knew is, yes, chameleons change color, but they don't do it for camouflage.
Hey, Bo.
So we think that when a chameleon gets maybe onto a green table, it's going to turn green.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
they can blend. It doesn't work like that.
Hey, Bo.
No.
So it does change color, but it changes color to communicate.
Oh.
Its body's like a mood ring also. When it's angry, it will change color. When it wants to mate, it will change color. If it's hungry, it will change color.
Sabawelu by chameleon.
Do you really want to carry your emotions on display like that though?
But like, I want you to know when you approach me, I want you to know, Ish, not today.
Yeah, not today.
Not today, you know? Because there'll be days where, like for example in an Uber, you're having the worst day.
Yo.
And there's the
You don't
Uber
want to
driver.
chat.
Yappa. And you're like, Ish, not today, not today, my brother.
No? Okay.
I know that I get hangry, and when I am hangry, son, I don't wanna talk. Like, don't chat to me. Like, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
No? Yeah, so that's what it is. And they also do it to regulate their temperature. You know how when you're wearing black, you're going to get super hot, so you must wear white.
Yes.
So when they're feeling hot, they'll change to a lighter color so that they could cool down. If they're feeling cold, they'll change to a darker color so they
Nice
can
to
feel
be
warmer.
them.
Okay.
Nice to be
Nature
them.
is fantastic.
Nice to be them. Oh no, I wish I was a chameleon now.
Ish,
My next
Sabawelu.
lifetime, if you see a chameleon in your house, you must know it's me.
Yeah. Okay, if you're also a chameleon and you also want to share how you would use this superpower, or maybe when I didn't even know that this is a real thing, let us know what you think. Do share with us because, wow, I just learned something.
Step into Capello, where every plate is crafted, every drink is a conversation, and every night pulses with energy. Born from family 27 years ago, driven by passion, defined by experience. Come live it with us. Food, passion, people.
What's up, beautiful Mzansi? Welcome to the Mzansi 4x4 Challenge. Now, this is where the boldest drivers and the toughest machines are about to take on some serious terrain. Namhlanje, it's all about the power, precision, control, and some mad driving skills. And trust me, it's about to get wild, baby. Asbabo.
I'm here for me. What can I say, people? Today's just another day in the history books for us again. Our numbers just get more and more all the time here at Mzansi Speedway. We've got people from all over South Africa coming today with their 4x4s to compete. We set up new obstacles for them. We dug holes in the ground. We dug holes on the sides. They've got 16 hill climbs to climb. And I think it's a day of fun here. It's a day for families to come out and have fun.
I developed the love of the off-road. I was in Richards Bay when I was working at Mtuba, and then I met this convoy of buggies, and then I asked, who are these guys? They going off-road. And then I was inspired. I had a 4x2 then. And then I traded in and get a 4x4 Hilux.
Number one, ekubhemeni, the reverse. Usemncane, so kufuneka into yoba uziqaphele into yoba yintoni oyishayo kusasa. Ubhasobha icuba, ubhasobha utshwala. Neyintombi ke kodwa ngeke sande kakhulu la. Impilo leyo. So ndiyathanda ukuthi ndandingenamoto nami. Uyabona ndaqala ibhizinisi kancane kancane. It's been 22 years now ndisebhizinisini. Oko ndandizinikezele. Ndiqala ndingenamoto, ndiqhuba amatroli, ndizihambela kanzima, nokuhlangana nabantu ke abaright obabona ukuthi baqhuba babheka phambili nawo ungene emzileni straight. So mawungabe usemncane usesesikolweni, nyamezela esikolweni at least ka standard 10. Ngoba into eyenzekayo ngoku ndandikade ndinovalo into yoba maqhamuka umlungu andikwazi ukuthetha isingisi.
Actually, it's much more scary when you're outside than when you're inside. That's my experience. Really? Yes.
What do I have to tell you? You can see it's crazy.
Step into Capello, where every plate is crafted, every drink is a conversation, and every night pulses with energy. Born from family 27 years ago, driven by passion, defined by experience. Come live it with us. Food, passion, people.
Hey.
What mood you in?
Listen, I'm I don't know if I should be proud to say this, but I'm a proud believer.
Okay.
I promise you. I was that guy, like when Justin Bieber was still hot back in 2000.
Yes.
As in his music was still hot back in 2000 and I'd say probably 8, 9, 10. We used to literally, as a group of guys, I went to an all-boys school. We used to be, as a group of guys, as soon as we finish our exam, we would get in a car and we'd drive around the school pumping Justin Bieber from start to finish. All the songs, lyric by lyric. You guys never had a Justin Bieber phase?
I did. I'm
You did.
definitely a believer.
You're a believer, no?
I was one of those girls.
Nah, I think he was everyone's crush.
Nah.
He was every girl's dream boy.
Oh, wow.
I'd notice dumb things like, oh my God, he's also left-handed like me.
I remember when he came to South Africa, it was sold out and it was just like teenagers. The FNB Stadium full of
I was
teenagers.
so mad at my dad for not getting me that ticket.
Yeah, okay. If you're also a believer, do share, man. Maybe this morning we're touching a nerve. Maybe now you've got a song that you really liked and maybe you've got a request. Send it on the app and let us know which song, Yaga Justin Bieber, you'd like us to make your morning with. It was June 16 last week, guys. I mean, yesterday. Sorry.
Yesterday, yes.
Yes.
How did you guys spend your June 16?
I was home baking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Baking for our freedom.
Yes, baking for
Why
our
did you have to
freedom.
say it like
Baking for our freedom, is that us?
What did you get up to, Frozen?
It's not appropriate to say on air,
Oh,
Okay.
but it was nice.
okay.
Yeah.
You were doing that for our freedom.
You are enjoying your youth.
And you, what were you up to yesterday?
Hey, man, I was on the road, like I said, a whole 9-hour drive from the Eastern Cape. But it was fun, man. I didn't need a Tompas to cross the border. So yeah, no, I really enjoyed my youth. But these days, people are not making a splash of June 16 anymore. Hey?
Yeah, before everybody used to be in uniforms in the
Yes.
streets. People would take out their old school uniforms. You get excited. I would feel left out for not having
I
a uniform
would.
on
Yes.
June.
Me too, me too. I blame COVID.
I don't blame COVID. I feel like there's nothing to celebrate anymore.
It was 50 years.
50 years of what exactly?
Ish.
Because our youth is unemployed.
Talking about being unemployed, in our news, our minister, right, Minister of Presidency, Ukumbudzo Nchabeni, said, to mark the 50 years since the 1976 of the Soweto uprising, she sparked debate about how the government will no longer support employment. Mind you, we've got a plight of unemployment.
What do they mean? No longer.
So they're no longer going to create jobs.
Yeah, man.
She's saying that our youth needs to contribute to economic growth and entrepreneurship. She says this is the way forward. They will no longer be encouraging people to look for government jobs. They will not be creating jobs for hire. They're saying people should rather focus on being their own bosses and embrace entrepreneurship. Now, I'm wondering if is entrepreneurship really the answer of the youth unemployment?
You know what I think, right? I think from what she said, from her speech, I think she was trying to say that the government can't employ everyone,
Fair.
which is fair and is the reality. So businesses are the ones that usually offer long-term hiring. Yes. So now, the part where I disagree with her is when she says the government is not responsible at all. The government is responsible because they need to close the gap between high school, varsity, and employment.
Yes,
They need to foster programs that encourage what they want to achieve. I think it's a bit unrealistic for them to use entrepreneurship or say entrepreneurship is the answer
As the key.
to everything, because not everyone is called to be an entrepreneur. And for those who are entrepreneurs, in order for their businesses to thrive and actually generate an income, they need customers who are employed.
Exactly.
So entrepreneurship is not the answer to literally everything. They can't say for us to close the gap between those that are unemployed, we need for everyone to be a businessman, a businesswoman. In as much as the government can't hire everyone, because not everyone wants to work for the government, not everyone wants to be a cop, not everyone wants to be a doctor. They need to come up with better solutions. They need to actually think. All the ministers, everyone in government, they need to sit down, think, and come up with solutions to the problems that we have as a country.
And also, if you're encouraging entrepreneurship, like it now means that there needs to be another step where a whole entrepreneurial training system needs to be developed. A
100%.
whole, literally more business schools need to be erected. So it's like it's saying here's the solution. I don't know if you can really support making the solution happen.
Yeah, I think they're also very unrealistic because not everyone has access to resources. I think it was last year this year early actually, when we were talking about the pass rates. There's a school in Limpopo that got 0% pass rate.
And then you expect entrepreneurs to come out of that.
It doesn't make sense.
So 2 things. Firstly, if everyone's an entrepreneur, who's going to work in the entrepreneurs' companies? Secondly, I don't believe them saying that they can't provide jobs. We have a massive admin issue in this country. Everything is slow. SARS is slow. Home Affairs is slow. They can hire so many admin people. Imagine how much of the employment, like how much the rate would go down if they just employed people for the sake of admin.
They would never admit to that.
Have you ever walked into Home Affairs and there's like 6 teller tables and there's literally only 1 or 2 operating?
Yeah.
And then it's like...
And there's like 8 different lines.
And then there's a major unemployment issue.
Right. There's an admin issue here. Like you see our public clinics. They've got physical files. Why aren't things being digitized? When are they planning on doing that? Or must a crisis happen? Must a clinic burn down?
Yeah.
And then lose everyone's clinic cards?
That is literally the only time they take things seriously. They wait for something to happen in order for them to take people seriously.
So they're reactive and not proactive.
Yes.
And also, like, for example, we are investing so much in technology. Our school systems have kids. My 5-year-old is coding now, right? Yet our government institutions are not implementing technology in their system. So now we're having a surplus, which is why there's unemployment, because now you're having a surplus of overqualified people, but you're not changing your system to accommodate them.
Exactly.
So instead of motivating for entrepreneurship, why don't you change your system to suit the skills development that's currently happening?
I genuinely feel like our government would never invest in that because there is so much corruption and they make so much money from the things that they do. I mean, we've seen it in the Madlanga Commission. It's heartbreaking.
And you speak of corruption because now my next point would be, are they doing enough to fund entrepreneurs?
No.
Like small businesses? They're not. Also because you go and apply for funding and then there's a lot of red tape, there's a lot of brown envelopes that you need to go through and hoops you need to jump. So the same funding that's supposed to support the entrepreneurship is going around in the same circles. The same people are getting the funding, the same circles, or someone who doesn't have a 250,000 Rand lying around to get a tender is not getting it, yet their business probably deserves it. Eish.
Yeah, it's very heartbreaking, and that's unfortunately how it goes. And we need to make peace with the fact that nothing will ever happen.
You see, that's why June 16 is not slapping the same anymore. It's like there's nothing to celebrate.
There is literally nothing to celebrate.
Ish.
People are sitting at home with their degrees, with their honors, with qualifications.
So what do you suggest? Like what opportunities are out there for young people? Like,
Starting with the government, there needs to be a big reshuffle there.
okay.
There needs to be a big reshuffle there.
The conversation regarding the big reshuffle would be, do you think we need to have more young people in government?
We do. Who's the Minister of Youth?
Who?
I don't even know.
That's your point.
Yes.
Is it not? Isn't there like a portfolio for like Ministry of Young people, youth and women and children, and
I'm sure the head of that is probably
it's
3
someone who's not
generations
young.
older than us.
Of course, it's someone who's not young at all.
Do you think they're even opening job opportunities within the political space? Because these people don't want to retire.
Can I tell you? Nah? If you are looking for the South African Minister and the Presidency for Women, Youth and Persons with Disabilities, her name is Sindisiwe Chikunga, and she is 67 years old.
Oh
Wow.
Maybe they say young people are not mature enough to handle issues for like
How?
disabilities, gender equality, all the other aspects that come into play within that portfolio. Maybe that's their standpoint.
And yet they say this generation is the softest. Shouldn't it be the softest generation that can understand these issues? You see, they don't think about these things.
It doesn't make sense. Get somebody that's young.
It's like, for example, you speak of opening opportunities within the political space. Like, what happened to ANC Youth League or like the youth desk, and
When
why
last did
aren't
we hear
those-
anything about it?
Why are they not active? Why are they not on the forefront of unemployment for the youth? Those should be the people standing up for unemployment.
Why weren't they making noise on June 16?
Exactly. I feel like we need youth representatives in those higher places so that they can express to the government what is it exactly that we are experiencing problems with, the problems that we're experiencing, the challenges that they need to fix.
Maybe that GNU, maybe we need a youth version of it. A youth version of that GNU, and then in that have more independent candidates. You know, therefore, people that are not fighting for a particular party or holding on to a particular party's history, because I think that's pretty much what they're still holding on to, is our history. Yeah. But in other news, there's a show that's taken the country by storm.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Jonas Gomorrah.
Yeah. That name gives me PTSD. I binge watched the whole thing.
Jonas, the Polygamist on Netflix is doing the things. It's got the country on a chokehold.
Not the country only. I saw a lot of reviews from people outside the country. People
It's more
from the
entertaining
US
than the World Cup.
Than the World Cup.
You know, it reminds me of those edutainments that we used to have back in the days about Intersections, Soul City,
Yes.
MTV Sugar. You know, those kind of shows where it's entertaining, but when you switch it off, you're like, yo,
You think about
let me
it.
look at my life.
You think about it.
Let me look at who I'm jolling because, And there's so many moments where you want to scream at the character, like, stop. Stop, walk away. It's really riveting.
Yeah.
For those that do not know, we're talking about The Polygamist on Netflix. Now, this popular show has taken the country by storm as it follows the life of Jonas Gomorrah and his shenanigans. But the show unpacks a lot of themes apart from polygamy itself. It unpacks themes of absent fathers, sexual behaviors, sexual habits, emotional neglect, generational trauma, transactional relationships, and the pressures to maintain appearances. A lot of viewers have taken to the socials and to social streets just expressing how they feel and how they've been impacted by the show and how it actually reflects a lot of South Africa's realities right now.
Yes. It's a lot of people that have said this is actually documentary.
Let's unpack with Jonas Komoro, because that's the character that's got us all in a chokehold.
It was written on, my dad inspired.
Oh, it was written.
Like, I saw my dad watching that whole thing. It blew my mind because he was like him, multiple women, multiple kids all over the place. I'm the kid that was in the suburb. I've got siblings that are kokasi and they're looking at me the same. It was, yay. That's my dad.
I mean, a lot of South Africans could say there are similarities with their fathers there. I mean, I for example am a father from of 6. We are 6 kids from 6 different women. So my dad was a rolling stone, they call it. But I mean, there's a few differences, but there's a lot of similarities, and I think a lot of South
9 on
Africans
my side.
9.
That's excluding my mom's kids, just my dad's that we know of.
You know, one thing that stood out to me was the fact that from the beginning of the series to the end, he did not care about his kids.
Not at all.
He was not interested.
Not at all.
There's a scene where his daughter was reading a lot to him, and you know what he said? He said, "Oh my gosh, Msangan."
Well, when the kids started saying, "Dad, can I talk to you?" and she started reading the letter.
Oh yes.
He raised the volume.
He
of
raised the
TV.
volume. That's
me.
exactly what I mean. And he said, "Oh my gosh, Msangan, I'm not about to listen to this. Like, I'm not doing this with you."
He was like, "Why don't you write to Dear Dolly, Miss Dolly?"
Yeah.
At the end, he was like, "Leave the letter. I'll read it myself."
I'll read it myself. He was like, "Oh my gosh, Msangan."
And even at the end, when he was literally sick and about to die, the child came to him and said, "Are you just not going to say it? Like, are you not going to say I'm sorry?" And she took the initiative to say, "You know what? It's fine. I forgive you."
Yeah.
It raises the question of how important is a father's emotional connection with the child and well, emotional presence, let me say.
Very.
Very important.
Like, a lot of people tend to think that just because you're physically there or you're financially there, that it's enough. Think about back when you were a kid. You didn't care about how much money your parents had at some point. You didn't care. You just wanted them around and you wanted them to talk to you. That's all you cared about. And as adults, we tend to not see that. We think, this kid is annoying. This kid always wants to talk too much or whatever. But they just want you to talk to them. That's literally it.
And this is where the generational trauma comes in, you know. And cheating affects everyone in the household.
You remember he slept with one person and everyone got... Oh, am I going to spoil it?
No. Cheating affects everyone, the kids included. People are so selfish. I feel like at times as parents or elders, people are very insensitive and very selfish. They never consider what this will result in the household. It's so heartbreaking to see.
So I want to reflect on something now. So my dad was not emotionally present. He was physically present here and there, come and visit every now and again, very financially present. You know, my mom made sure, listen, school fees, those are yours, whatever. But the repercussions of it is now I'm a father and I'm struggling to father because I do not have something I can model it to. Do you get what I mean? I've never experienced it. So now I'm fathering for the first time, you know? And so shows like these are giving me these tools and they're showing me, they're reflecting something, but it's also like, geez, this is not far. It's right here at home.
100%.
Let's look at the woman for a second. Did you notice how her kids slowly started losing respect for the mother, especially the daughter? And there was a point where she asked her, if a man was treating me the same way our dad is treating you, would you be happy about it? And the mom couldn't answer her. And the kids kept asking, like, what are you doing? I don't understand. Why is he back?
Yes.
Why do you keep letting this man into our lives? So as the parents, you also need to realize that you're affecting your kids by also choosing not to walk away. I personally don't believe in stay together for the kids.
Yes.
You saw how the kids hated Jonas.
Yeah,
did.
yeah, they did.
They did.
They definitely
They
did.
resented him.
They wouldn't even eat at the dinner table. They just walk away. And there's so many families that as soon as you hear your dad's car come,
You go
to your
Go to your
bedroom.
bedroom.
You don't want to be around him because you know the energy is going to. So if you can see as a woman, your kids hate their father. Why?
Why?
As the father, you see your kids are never chilling when you walk in. They are always in their rooms. Did you assume they were always in their rooms the whole time? Don't you think they ran away when they heard you
When
come
they
in?
heard you come in.
100%. And I think also women need to stop thinking that they are an exception.
Yeah.
Don't think you are an exception.
All of the girls that were involved with Jonas kept thinking, I'm different.
I'm the one.
I'm the one that's going to change him.
And if you look at someone like Essie, right? Essie, in essence, is the first true love, right?
Yes.
And she was willing to keep the secret for 18 years because she still believes I'm the true love. And at the end, she never got to really experience or explore any of that. It never really came back. Her investment in him never really came to fruition. And there's a lot of women that do that.
Yes.
You know, that stay in abusive relationships or secretive relationships because they believe that one day he will change. You know,
He won't.
Or the person will breadcrumb you. They'll give you moments where they are exactly how you want them to be, and then they'll withdraw. So you'll hold on to that, thinking that, yeah, if I just say the right thing, if I just do the right thing, then I'm going to get that version of that person back.
Yes.
And you won't.
You won't. Like, women need to stop equating their worth to how much they're willing to tolerate.
Yeah.
Don't embarrass yourself like that. It is okay to walk away. When a situation is no longer serving you, it is okay to leave.
Yeah.
Abuse is not worthy. Everything that woman went through, in fact, all of those women went through, is not worthy. Not worthy.
There were so many moments where you'd see Joyce just staring into the distance, and you could see she's fighting with herself. I'm like, girl, this is the moment. This is the
Choose
moment you're
yourself.
supposed to leave. And then she
Yeah.
doesn't. And you can see it every time she's supposed to leave. She has this confusion on her face. Like, I really should. I should go. And then she does, and you're like, girl.
Quick question. Do you guys think that she had daddy issues?
I think so.
I feel like there's so much that is a contributing factor when somebody doesn't love themselves enough to leave a situation that is no longer. Because also she's not dumb.
Yeah.
She could see everything that was happening. She was seeing it in real life, in real time.
Yeah. And I think that because, according to the story, she opened the door for Jonas, right?
Yes.
Got the dad to employ Jonas. And the company became J&J, Jonas and Joyce, right? Which means she had half the company. I always asked, like, why doesn't she just step up and be like, I'm taking the company? Why doesn't she challenge him on that front and take away everything he's got?
Yes.
But then, like you're saying, the daddy issues, I think she saw a lot of the power and maybe how her dad treated her mom, and she always believed that this is what the hierarchy is. This is how it should be. The man should be the one in control of the company. The man should be the provider of this family.
I'd like to challenge you guys, because there are women I've seen who don't have daddy issues. They're actually close with their dad and still find themselves in such a
these
situation.
situations. I really wonder what's like what is missing inside you for you to tolerate such.
I think it's different for everyone, and it also depends on what you're looking for and what gap you're trying to fill at the time. Maybe there's a certain, maybe you want to go out, the person you with, like think of, what's her name, Lindani. She was khalelaring the soft life. She wanted to go out and she was talking to her man about it first before she really even did anything. She's like, babe, do you think we could A, B, and C? And he was like, never. We are in Soweto. We're going to stay in the hood.
This is home.
As soon as she heard that, she realized that this man is never going to give me what I want. And then she started entertaining Jonas because Jonas was giving her everything that she wanted. So sometimes that person is just filling that little bit of what you want, and then you'll disregard everything else just because you want that one thing.
Yeah.
Do you think as a society, we've gotten to a point where we've normalized transactional relationships?
Yes.
The blessed lifestyle.
Yes.
Indota must. This is it. This is the life I need. Because if you look at someone like Umatipa, very smart. I mean, for you to work in the Department of Legal and Compliance,
The head even.
you know, it means there's something there, right? But yet she was willing to sacrifice herself, her mind, her independence for someone powerful.
At first, I thought she was doing it just because she wanted to get the job and that she was going to move on from him.
Yeah.
But then now she starts saying, I love my men. I was very confused because, like you said, she's successful. She doesn't need to be engaging with someone like him.
You know, the last character that people really have not spoken much about is the character of Umagesh. And oh man, what a gent, what a guy. And it reflects a lot of society's realities, is that the good guy always finishes last.
Yes.
Because Umagesh was, if Essie had just opened her eyes, that was the right guy for her.
Yeah.
If Matipa had opened her eyes, that was the right guy for her. He was always there. He was always had a very straightforward and strong moral compass. You know, he knew right from wrong, and he was willing to sacrifice a lot of himself for the right thing. But yet he fell short. He got the shorter end of the stick.
Lust has like 3 compartments that make it. No? There's the lust of the eyes, the lust of flesh, and there is pride of life. So pride of life is always seeking for materialistic like validation. So there's nothing that will ever satisfy. You might have the job, you might have the money, the cars, but you always look out, you always search for a bigger and better thing. So in as much as the lady was educated, you know, she was looking for a more powerful man, you know, and there's literally nothing you can do for somebody who's always seeking for bigger and better, and they're never satisfied with themselves and with their life as well.
So Magesh said this line. He was like, I could have had my own family. That got me because he spent how many years pretending that Essie is his wife?
Is his wife.
Yeah, the Polygamist has a lot to unpack. You could do an entire book club type of situation with it with your friends and actually discuss everything. And I think many people got triggered in different ways because there's so many things to relate to in there. And I think you must just take what you can from it and learn from it.
Yes, there's a lady from the Housewives. I don't remember if she was on the Housewives of Joburg or Durban, whatever. She was like, this was my life.
Oh, my soul.
Yeah. She was like, this was my life. She was talking about how she cried throughout that entire series because that was literally her life. She lived that every day, all the time.
Yeah. Well, if you've read the book maybe by Sunyati, do share with us. Let us know what your thoughts are if you've read the book or if you've watched the series. Let us know what hit home for you, you know, what struck a nerve. What can you relate to? And maybe there's something you don't agree with, right? Do let us know. Share with us on the app, Bogart Radio app, or on YouTube or on Facebook. We want to hear your thoughts. What do you think? Uthini kuwe uJonasi? Eish.
Shout out to Bogart Radio, live and back to the city. XZ.
Winner, it's 10K challenge.
The competition, yes!
2013. So from 2013 until namhlanje, sesegu back to the city. So
and let me tell you, from the moment I stepped out of the car, the energy, you could feel it from outside, or it's going down in there.
People are in the rain right now. That shows you the love for music, isn't it?
Like, I need a little bit of hip hop to make me spend all the cash and all the rent money.
Hip hop is still alive, you know what I mean? But you know, I had to come with the bangers. I have my boy Words, made sure that we curate it according to their vibe.
Here's the thing about hip hop, like you can get Drake, you can get whatever, but when you bring in the person we didn't realize we needed.
Yeah.
But when he lands, nigga, do baby Esco? Amen.
We don't have a lot of these, so we have to appreciate every moment of these things. So every person in the crowd, I appreciate them so much because like we don't see you everywhere at other gigs we go to, you know?
The one thing that's dope about hip-hop is that it's a universal language, you know what I mean? It's a universal music. It's the youngest music genre, at least globally.
Yeah.
But in terms of impact of culture, of black people, it's always represented. Therefore, if you do hip-hop in Mozambique, you can connect with me in Sauda. And if you do hip-hop in Senegal or in Dubai or wherever, you know, hip-hop is a language that just speaks to itself. And that's what I think, that's what I've always tried to tap into, is the human being. And if the human being fucks with hip-hop, then we'll find a way to kind of connect one way or the other, you know?
Back to the city. Young told, let us push it focus. Young told when I gas, go support and I will tell you Bogart. Cost of a target.
I mean, love this shit. The merch is merching. Bogart Radio, check them out. Beat.
Shout out to Bogart Radio and shout out to Back to the City.
We are still sitting it down, chopping it up. It's the morning show coming to you nationwide on all Bogartman stores, coming through from the app and also on Facebook. We've chopped up the Polygamist, we've chopped up the Minister of Presidency, but we're going to chop up the topic of the day. Sit back with us and let us know what you think, because the topic of the day is, does outgrowing your friends automatically mean there's beef? Right? Because obviously as we grow older, people have priorities, lives change, lifestyles change, people grow, even goals often change. And somehow friendships tend to alter or adapt or change in some way. And some people tend to see this as maybe as beef, maybe receive it as resentment, or receive it that something has changed because maybe communication has become less, or the invitations to certain outings or gatherings have stopped coming through. So people end up having a problem or maybe hidden resentment. Well, the reality for that is that every friendship is not meant to stay exactly the same.
That is true.
Not forever. No ways. Friendships evolve. Friendships, some people become distant and communication becomes less. And even eventually some of them end. Now the question is, growing apart, does that automatically mean that there's bad blood? Or does it mean, your life, Joe?
Yeah, life goes on.
Life goes on, Should we have a grudge? Should we feel some type of way? What do you guys think?
I don't think there's bad blood, but I think there could be different reasons for the growing apart. So we could be growing apart for reasons like you mentioned, where our priorities are just different. People get married, people have kids, people move away, etc., etc. But then they could also be growing apart because we just not compatible as personalities.
Yes.
Like you tried and then you realize that just as people in J, we are not gelling and it's fine.
And
there's no
is
beef.
okay.
Yeah, and it's okay.
100%. But my question is, right, when you realize that the personalities now that you guys have grown sort of clash, do you sit down and communicate, or do you just ghost?
On paper, the ideal thing would to say, let's sit down and communicate. But it's never that easy, right? And sometimes you'd rather minimize the time of interaction, and hopefully and you don't realize it. You do it bit by bit. Maybe it comes from a phone call comes in and you're like, I know this guy talks a lot. This guy's gonna talk, and it's those small things that you keep doing that you don't realize that you're becoming distant and your personalities are starting to change or they're starting to clash. But also what I've realized is friendships as well, if maybe something does happen, right, and you guys maybe talk it out and you iron it out, it's no longer the same afterwards. It's no longer the same afterwards, and that becomes the catalyst of growing apart and the conversations becoming, less frequent, and the invitations stop coming. It usually also comes from a moment of discourse at some point.
I feel like it's always better when both parties feel the same way if that relationship can't be mended. But I feel like at times there are relationships that you guys could have worked on and figured things out just by talking things out. Because truth is, we are people, we all make mistakes. You can't just say because of this one reason, this friendship is not going to work out, when that person and yourself have done a lot more good than the bad that has happened. I feel like we can be a bit unrealistic when it comes to friendships than we are with relationships. When it comes to relationships, some people will forgive those men and those girls 100 times, 100 times, and they'll always be willing to, let's talk it out, let's find a solution, let me do this better, or this is how you can do better, or this is what I like, this is what I don't like. But when it comes to friendship, it's more so dude, like, life goes on. Why is that?
I think a lot of people, like you said, right, we do not invest as much as we do in relationships. But what we don't understand is that is a relationship in itself. A friendship is a relationship in itself.
Exactly.
And there's effort that needs to be put in. And I'll give you this example because I know I'm guilty of it, right? There's a friend of mine. So I'm terrible with phones. Like, I hardly answer phone calls. I'm really terrible with cell phones and like phone calls. And so I've got this friend who will probably call me at a time where I can't speak, but I'm terrible with getting back to him and calling him back, right? And I've realized this is now happening as a self-reflection recently. Our relationship has changed, right? We've become more distant. And as I'm unpacking, I'm realizing that he's probably tired of being the one putting in the effort.
Gets exhausting.
It gets exhausting,
Yes.
you know? And yes, when we meet, we pick up from where we left off. But you can also tell in our interaction, it's no longer the same because we used to have these 30-minute phone calls, these 45-minute phone calls, hour phone calls. But it's no longer the same. You know, you can hear another conversation is, hey, how you doing? How's life? What you up to? Blah, blah, blah. And then that's it, you know, because I haven't been watering the relationship and the friendship.
Because it really does hurt when there's only one party that is constantly pouring. So I understand why he would feel like, yo, sana, ayanda.
Yeah.
Zep, fast.
I have another perspective. Imagine now you're friends with someone that always wants to sit down to discuss the dynamic.
Always want to have a
always
DMC.
want to sit down and talk about. Now you're there like, bro. So being friends with you means I'm being lectured all the time. You're going to lecture me about A, B, and C. You're going to police the way I would. Now I'm going to feel like I have to walk on eggshells around you. I can't be myself around you. So let me just distance myself.
But also maybe that person feels like they save space for them to offload, right? And maybe he values the relationship so much that he wants to unpack what is it that's going wrong. Maybe if he did pick up my calls, we wouldn't have to have that situation or that conversation. You know, so yeah, because if you were dating him or her, you wouldn't have to have that. You would be making the effort.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe it is a matter of treating your friendships like a love relationship.
Yeah. I think I've also had an issue back in varsity. So I was majoring in directing and producing, which meant that I genuinely don't have time. So for my friends, then it felt like Chantal was so nonchalant. Like I didn't have time to care about other things that are going on. I didn't even have holidays. I was at school from beginning to the end every day. I didn't have holidays, you know, and they were majoring in different things, and they always had time to talk, you know, to talk about their feelings and stuff like that. So you'd find that, okay, we're sat down, you know, we want to discuss ways in which, you know, we can make the friendship a bit better, and I can do better as a friend, and then I get a call to come to the editing lab. You see. So I feel like friendships are a two-way street. You know, you need to give as much as you've been given. That's how it goes, because if I'm constantly pouring and you're not doing anything, then over time I'm gonna feel like, you know what, it's cool. Or if you say, listen, I don't like it when you do this and this, or I don't like how you said this and this, I can work on that, because if you don't say what you're unhappy about, I could do that thing again, not knowing that it hurts you.
So I'm going to walk into the fire here, ne?
Walk into the fire.
And maybe it ties to what you were saying, Feroza, about being maybe overly sensitive. There's a stigma that girls, the friendship amongst girls is way too sensitive, or maybe way too clingy. You'll find even way too competitive or disingenuous. And you find girls always saying, oh, I hate being friends with so many girls. I'd rather be friends with some guys or whatever. Is there truth to that?
For me personally, no. Like, all friendships are the same. All friendships are the same. If it is not genuine, it is not genuine. And if it is genuine, it is genuine. There's no in between.
Because for example, I've got high school mates that if I meet them now, it's like yo, how you doing? And we pick up as if I had spoken to him yesterday. Like we laugh, everything is as normal as it is. And if we want to cry in that moment or really talk about something, we'll talk about it and we'll cry. But for example, my partner, if someone hasn't spoken to her for months, she'd be like, hey, inobanda menza no ban. Hey, like, you know. So yeah, I always the stigma that women tend to be more sensitive towards the communication of a relationship than men, and
I think women are naturally emotional beings, and I think for me, if I love you, I'm gonna show you that I love you. I'm gonna give you all the love that I have, and when that love is done, it really is done. There's no convincing me otherwise, and that is okay. Personally, I don't have beef. I don't even like beef, and I love divorce. But yeah, man, like, Bandla, it is okay to outgrow people, but give that relationship the amount of chances that you would give your romantic relationship, if it is worthy to you. Yeah.
Well, we're still unpacking it. Maybe you are stuck in traffic and you're thinking of a friend you haven't called in a very long time. Pick up the phone and call them, or maybe send us a shout out on the app and we'll send them a message on air telling them, Booyah, I miss you, my friend. Do share with us on the app, on Facebook, or on YouTube. Continue spending the morning with us and as we unpack this topic. family affair. Letting us know where you are is what we're asking for. Let us know where you are. Let us know where you're listening from. And let us know what you think of friendship. Like, if I stop talking to you, or maybe, let's say, it becomes less frequent, do I have beef with you? Okay, so let me ask you guys, what if then I am in the receiving end, and because you've started speaking less to me, I make the assumption that, hey, beef. How do I address it?
Address it as it is. Call a spade a spade. Ask what is going on.
But now, won't you maybe take offense for the I would do? You know me. Like, if I was fighting with, I would expect you as a friend to know that if I had an issue with you, I would come up to you and tell you there's an issue. So it means that clearly I'm not thinking we where we are as friends.
I think when you are friends with people, you know their hearts. You know how much they love you. So, yeah, no, like just assuming that somebody's beefing with you is not right. Because, I mean, there's people are busy, there's work, we are growing, everyone is trying to find their feet, people are starting families, people are moving out of home, and stuff like that. Like, there's so much going on in the world, in people's lives.
Hey, but sometimes they are beefing with you. Sometimes they are.
Sometimes they don't want to say, but they are.
Yeah, because, like, not every conversation sometimes feels like it needs to be had. Not all of us like confrontation.
Yeah.
So if you do something that I feel as though it's common human decency to not have done that, like, why are you behaving in that way? I don't understand. I feel like I don't have to explain that to you. So let me just distance myself, because things are just easier when you are not around. And sometimes that's just what it is. And sometimes you feel like that about some people, and sometimes people feel like that about you. And if you really want to know, I guess you could ask. But other times, just accept that this person doesn't want to be around you and move on. Yeah, like sometimes the closure is the quietness. If someone ghosts you, sometimes that's your closure.
Sometimes that's the closure.
Yes.
There's only so much you can do, man. There's only so much you can do. And I guess you're right for saying sometimes, the quietness means the relationship is over, and you just need to accept that.
But what about the people like you deemed as like family, like people that have even your parents know, and like that drift? How do you address it? Now you come home and your mom is like, "Ish, whatever happened to so and so, so and so?" How do you address that?
You tell them exactly what's going on.
Because I've got a friend, I'd really like to think we were very, very close. At some point, we were probably best friends. My mom loved him to bits. And yeah, over time, we drifted apart. Like we said, priorities changed. A bit of jealousy creeped in, because at some point we had the same interests, same career goals, and then career goals, success came before the other, and then jealousy started creeping in. Now behavior changed, and you can tell when a friend speaks to someone else about you, but they're not being genuine. Like, oh no, Chantal's doing the things. This is our way. Listen, this is our star. And you can tell it's coming from a better place. Started getting into that space. But my mom loves him to bits. And I can tell every time she brings his name up, you can tell she's hurt and she really wants to know, like, but now I don't want to paint him in a negative light to her, because she already respects and loves him in this particular way. How do you deal with that?
I think you just paint it as you guys just outgrew one another.
Okay, I have a very unhealthy way I respond to that question. When they say, what about you, and don't ask me stupid questions.
Nah.
Yeah, I just said don't ask me stupid
He's
questions.
not here for a reason.
When last did you hear me talk about this person? You're asking me stupid. Why are you asking me in front of everyone also?
Nah.
Now you want to look at me in my ndabas.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Because that's always my fear. Like, if she loves this person as her son, how I don't want to diminish that light. And also, it's not like she's never going to see this person again. The world is very small, the town is small, all that kind of stuff. And also us, we never had a conversation of we are no longer friends, we never had to break up.
Yeah.
And I'd still like to think we are civil. We are mates to some degree. There's obviously now boundaries and walls put up. Does that also make me fake?
I wouldn't think so. Unless you like pretending to his face to actually care about him more than you actually do.
No. It's not that I care. Like, for example, a text on birthday, yo, man, it's your birthday, happy birthday, shout out. Or let's say something happens in his career or his life. Yo, shout out, congrats, man, I saw this. But I wouldn't say I'd pick up the phone and be like, hey, how you doing? What you up to?
No, I don't think that's fake. I think that's how drifted friendships operate.
Nah.
But also, it feels like there's no friendship anymore. Like, we can't even say, like, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. So I want to know, for you to even text this guy to say, okay, congratulations. Like what happens in your mind, like in your heart?
Oh, it pops up on my timeline.
Do you feel that you have to because you're seeing it on your timeline?
I feel there's maybe a bit of that because the circle is still wide and maybe he's still close with someone who's still part of the circle, and then it's maybe a thing of that thing. He doesn't even text me that one, or he doesn't even give me my flowers when this happens, or that one didn't even say happy birthday. And there comes a time where we do meet in circles or we meet in certain spaces. You obviously don't want that environment to be uncomfortable for other people. Do you know what I mean? So to maintain that, I
don't think you guys should still follow each other and have each other's numbers. I feel like you guys need to be able to coexist in person and not make the environment awkward for everyone else. But there's no need for you guys to be buddy-buddy. There's no need for you to text him on his birthday.
He doesn't mind.
Wow.
So, okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to pull the age card on you. So it is going to get to a point where you are going to have friendships where you drift to that level. But there's no beef. You still care about each other. So you will wish that person a happy birthday when they come on your timeline. You wish them a happy anniversary. Because there's no bad blood. It's just your lives went in a different way. And you're going to have a lot of friends like that.
Damn. Because with me, it's okay for us to not have bad blood. But
don't be my world.
Let's don't do something that doesn't come from the purity of your heart.
But I think, like she's saying, you still do care, because there's memories, there's connections, there's good times. And it's not like you guys ended on bad blood. Like, I hate you, you hate me, blah, 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 It's just like life drifted apart, like moved to separate provinces, careers changed, interests changed. Maybe you still have habits that maybe I've grown from, Maybe I know that when I'm with you, it's going to be one of those nights where I don't come home,
So I only come to you on nights where I know I can afford to not come home.
Exactly. It's one of those, there are those friends.
Yes.
I think it's one of those situations more than anything.
I think I feel this way because I've never had that kind of friendship. It's all in when it comes to me.
Yeah.
All in. In.
What do you guys think about holding on to childhood friendships?
Depends.
It really does depend.
If it feels natural, feels like you just a part of my life, you're meant to be there, you're always there.
And you're
amazing.
growing together.
Yeah, but it's also tricky because some people, you come from the same place.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, you start at the same starting line and then you pass them. And now there's beef because of the fact that you passed them. Now they're mad at you for that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I passed you, but...
I've seen so many posts on TikTok where people say, when did you realize that your friend hates you, or whatever the case may be?
Yeah.
So when it comes to those people that you grew up with and you ended up passing them, how do you know if those people genuinely love you and they are genuinely happy for how far you've come? How do you know this is genuine? Because somebody could say, oh, hi, oh, I missed you so much. Hey, I see you doing well there. I see you, whatever. Meanwhile, they're not happy. So how will you be able to gauge if this person is truly, truly happy for me? Like how?
Yeah, that's very difficult. But you can almost, there's always that tone, man. You can hear sarcasm. You can hear sarcasm and bitterness. And you can see someone who's like really invested, because someone who's seen and congratulating you, they'll be invested in knowing, so how did it happen? What did you do? What, you know, how was the trip to so-and-so, you know? What does it look like now? What's different now? They'll be invested and they want to know more. Someone who's probably a bit bitter will probably just leave it there. Like, I see you doing great things. I see you touring the world. And leave it there. And then maybe make a joke about it in the future to someone else. Because, look, this one is a globetrotter, you know?
And then from there on, once you've realized that, okay, this person is not genuinely happy, you start distancing yourself, right? Is that still called a friendship?
Or an acquaintance?
Or an acquaintance.
What a heavy question.
That is my question.
That is a serious question.
You guys still follow each other on social media. They comment on whatever it is that you've posted. They say congratulations. But when you were with that person in person, you felt like, yeah.
And it becomes sensitive when, for example, that person now maybe loses a parent, loses a child. And then it's like, but Chantal didn't even come to my mom's funeral.
Yeah. My question is, once you have picked up that this person is not actually happy for me, for how far I've come, is that still called a friendship?
I don't think you want to be friends with people who aren't happy for you at all, because it's going to breed bitterness and things are going to escalate. Let's use the Polygamist, for example. Jonas didn't start off being physically abusive. It escalated. So that hatred that person can feel for you would escalate. Think of Sarah with the sister Mpume. She knew she was her sister. She knew she was a secret. And now she was acting out. She stole her iPhone. She was busy with her boyfriend and things like that. There are people that will do things just to harm you, just because of the fact that they're trying to bring you down or feel better about themselves. So don't keep people like that around.
Can I get horns for her?
Listen, you don't want those people around.
Can we not define friendship? What is friendship?
I'm the last person to ask.
What is friendship?
Friendship, I would say, is someone, it's a support structure. It's a safe space.
Yes.
It's a shoulder to cry on. It's a champagne glass to toast with.
Hey.
It's it's someone you want, and I'm using very small and very immediate things so that you can kind of place the emotional value to it. It's someone you want there at your child's first birthday.
Yes.
It's someone you want there at your wedding. It's someone you want there when you lose a parent. But also at the same time, it's someone you want to call. Not someone you want at the celebration, but someone you want to call when you get a raise at work. All right, you want to call and say, hey, Chomi, listen, this just happened. It's someone you want to call when you start dating. I just met this guy, or I just met this girl. Hey, bro, I think I'm in love. I think this is her. You know? You wouldn't call an acquaintance. An acquaintance would bump into you and say, oh, so how long have you guys been together?
Yes.
You know? But also it's someone when it's not just about you, but about them. It's someone you want to be there for. Yes. When they're going through things, you want to be like, dude, I'm willing to. My neighbor, for example, this guy took time off. Okay, so his friend has been raising this child for 3 years, only to find out it's not his.
Oh.
All right. And this daughter has fallen in love with him. This daughter sees no other father but him. Right. So on the day he found out, this guy was going through the most. Like, he started binge drinking. He started, like, he was going through the most, right? He moved out of his place. My neighbor was there for him right through that whole roller coaster. When he found out, he was the first person he called, came to stay with him. And my neighbor even took leave at work to spend the next few days with him because he was like, I'm scared of what he's going to do. You know, I'm scared he might take his life. I'm scared, whatever might happen. That for me is a friend. Yes. He knows the risk of taking time. I'm not condoning taking time off work. I'm not saying now go and tell your bosses, hey, my friend is going through the most, I need time off. But he felt the need to do that. You know, he felt the need to self-sacrifice for his friend. That is friendship for me.
Yeah, I think from everything that you've said, spot on. And I think relationships, or all kinds of relationships, and especially relationships that build your like mini community, you know, because you have your partner and then you have your friends, right? That is your mini community. Those are the people that are going to be around you should your parents pass away. Those are the people that are going to help you through life and stuff like that. So friendships require work. It's not always going to be nice. We're not always going to be popping champagnes, you know. That would be nice. Trust me, in a different world, it would be nice for us to have the best of the best times, to be laughing always. But in essence, because we are all multifaceted human beings, there will be bad moments, you know. But it is up to you to gauge if this relationship is worthy enough, if this relationship is worth me sitting down with this person, figuring out a way to get over this obstacle, because we are bigger than this. We are bigger than this behavior, or my friend is bigger than this, you know. So
Also, like, a friend also wants what's best for you.
Yes.
If, for example, you're in a relationship and you are out and about and something happens, your friend is not gonna be the one that says, yo, let's go to those girls. Let's go. Your real friend is gonna say, if you want that thing at home to work, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do
Don't
that.
do that.
So the minister was not Jonas's friend.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think friendship is. Do share with us. Like I said, we are available on the app, on YouTube, and on Facebook. Let us know, based on what we said, do you think the person you call a friend is really, really, really a friend?
A friend. And should you call them a friend?
And should you call them a friend? Or are they just an acquaintance? Ish. I guess you will let us know. You know best.
when the city's asleep, before the grind gets going.
Thanks, Mama.
We already moving. Flipping switches, turning rooms into world stages. We don't crack under pressure. We crush it. We lock in and dollar what we must. From beats on stage in the spotlight to face beats in the close-up.
And there we go, guys.
Ooh, I like that.
Making every shot count. Cause the 9 to 5 is just the start. Noma kanjani. We move. We level up. When the beat drops, we get up. Namaje. Cause when the get up meets the go, anything is possible.
That is Masego with Queen Tings. Ish, Concha, do you know this? South African.
Mang.
Masego.
No.
Hey,
no.
Masego.
Okay.
Masego.
When I first discovered him, I actually thought his name was Masejo.
Really?
Yeah.
No, but really, Google it. Find out. Find out. We'll talk about it when we on the next show. But I promise you, do your homework.
Stop playing with me.
South African blood. We're still coming to you live on all Bogartman stores nationwide, and we're still chatting about whether or not outgrowing your friends automatically means there's beef. So, do you think that loyalty then in a friendship is more important than personal growth?
No.
No. They're equally as important.
No.
They're equally as important.
No.
Okay, your no is coming very strongly. I'm here for it.
Your personal growth as a person needs to come first. You can't put your life in another person's hands. You can't trust someone on that level. I could switch up on you, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, I could wake up tomorrow and decide, nah, I don't want to be a part of this duo. And then you spend so much time investing in our friendship. Where are you now in life?
But then what happens to, growing together, pulling each other's hands?
I get growing together, but I don't think they're equally important. Your friendship can't be as important as you putting your own life together. It doesn't make sense to me at all.
The reason why I say they're equally important is because, yes, we're going to grow, obviously, individually. But if I want to have this friendship until I die, then I need to pour into this relationship, which means that in as much as I'm busy, I still need to kind of make time, for you and be there for you in times of need.
And a perfect example of that is like if you look at Casper and Capo, right? Now, these are two gentlemen who came from Gorasti Dasti or Gomahigeng, and from the trenches they grew together. The one blossomed before the other.
Yes.
But what was beautiful to watch was how Casper never forgot his friend. So he kept his loyalty to his friend.
Till this day.
To this day. And what that ended up doing, it gave Okapo a drive to also, because Capo didn't just say, okay, well, I'll just hold on to your coat and go up with you. Capo was like, well, I also need to make sure that I bring value to this friendship so that I don't pull you back. so that you also can respect my hustle and my self-growth, you know, so that you can be willing to pour into my cup as a friend. Because I get you. Like, if I'm growing by myself and where now you're not doing anything, you're just holding on and you're just stagnant, now I must be loyal to you.
Doesn't make sense.
You need to come to the party.
I once had this friend in matric. We were best friends. We hung out together all the time. And after school, we'd hang out for like an hour or two. She was failing. I was passing. The mom was trying to blame me to say, yeah, my daughter's always with you. That's why she's failing. I'm getting distinctions. I don't understand why your daughter's failing.
Yeah.
Because when we're done hanging out, I go do my homework. I do my assignments. I study. I cannot be blamed for the fact that she decides to get home and do nothing.
Yeah, I think it's wrong. It was wrong for her mom to blame it on you. Like, that doesn't make sense at all.
Because the mom could have taken advantage and said, actually, what are you doing right? You know, I see you guys are hanging out and I'm seeing you doing well. I really think you can be a positive influence for my child.
Sana, not even the mom, she herself.
Yeah.
She knew you were passing. She knew she was failing.
Yeah.
She was supposed to be there like, since we hang out for an hour, I'm actually struggling with this and this. And I feel like those are the kinds of friendship that I am talking about, where you guys pour into each other's cups and you're able to grow together.
I ended up cutting her off. Sorry to cut you off. Do you know why?
Why?
I tried helping her with math, for example. I'd set the question up and ask her, so what do you think? Her response would always be, Imagine someone looking going,
She didn't want to.
You see?
And I guess also it goes to show that no matter how much you want to help a person, if they don't see that for themselves, then there's nothing that you can do, because chances are she would have gone to varsity, she'd be doing big things, and you guys would be growing together, you know, going out for lunch together, and you guys have something to talk about, and not all the time when you guys chill it's about men. That is not nice.
I left her behind years ago. I tried to reconnect and she's in the exact same space physically and mentally that I left her in. So how do we even have a friendship from that?
And
probably worse, dude.
You
probably worse. Chances are you wouldn't even sit down with her and have a proper conversation.
Or probably you would be 2 steps behind from where you are.
You see?
Yeah, because sometimes some personalities are strong and they just
drag you back,
and pull you in.
To their level.
Well, if you are out there and you're questioning whether your loyalty is really worth it to sacrifice your self-growth, I guess you've got your answers today. Do let us know what you think. The app is still available for you to chat with us. Go out there and pour into your friendship cup. Identify the friendships that are still worth it. Maybe it's someone you haven't spoken to in a while, and when are you assuming that keep now or something? Kanti, this guy is probably thinking, well, if you're not gonna pour, I'm not gonna pour. Take some time, pick up the phone. As in today, I'm gonna do that.
Yes.
Thank you for this chat. Today I'm gonna go through my phone and be like, actually,
I have 2 friends I need to call. Actually.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Well, it's been fun hanging out with you guys. Thank you for Rosa. Thank you, Chantal.
Well, thank you.
Let's maybe do it again. You never know, but keep listening. It is the Bogart Radio Breakfast Show. You've been fun. I'm out of here, Ayanda, and I'm swiping out. Issue.